So you know that I'm doing a lot of reading from the
Mhm.
Bible
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
religious
Mhm.
texts, yeah.
Mhm.
And about 6 months ago, I
Mhm.
read something. And sometimes you read something and you understand it, and sometimes you read something and you don't understand it.
Mhm.
But later,
Mhm.
it makes sense to you in your mind. So,
Mhm.
so 6 months ago, I read something, and then a month ago, I read the same thing, and then a week ago, I read the same thing, and finally, it clicked in my mind
Mhm.
that G- that Jesus said that the devil is the prince of this world.
Mhm. Maybe. I don't
Now,
know.
I think about it. You would think that from a Christian perspective, Jesus would be the prince and God would be the
Mhm.
king.
Mhm. Mhm.
But what Jesus said was that the devil was the prince of this world.
Mhm.
And what he was very clearly saying, very precisely, very adeptly saying, was that we as human beings, we have a problem as a planet. We have a problem as a culture. We have a problem as a people, as a humanity,
Mhm.
because we fight all the time with good and bad in our mind.
Mhm. Mhm.
We fight
Yeah.
all the time with those ideas,
Mhm.
and that most of the time man does not win this conflict
Mhm.
because the way of the world is towards comfort and making things easier, and that's not what makes things better.
Mhm.
Um, why do you want a bigger house? Why do you want a better car? Why do you want a different job? Why do you want more money? Why do you want more of this and more of
Yes.
that? Yeah, and it's the devil's playground is what this planet
Mhm.
is, and we as people and humanity, we always have a big problem. We always have a big struggle
Mhm.
to realize that being good does not come naturally to adults in a world of darkness.
Mhm.
Now, maybe it comes naturally to children in a world of enlightenment,
Mhm.
but as we grow up and become
Mhm.
older and become more solid and fixed, and when you're a child you're sort of maybe more flexible and more
Yes.
more dexterous, and
Mhm. Mhm.
you see children doing gymnastics and they can bend
Mhm.
themselves
Mhm.
every way, and you watch
Mhm.
adults try to do it and it's a bit of a problem.
Mhm.
And so as adults we have not just a problem with the physical gymnastics, we have a problem with the agile mind, the mental gymnastics of
Mhm.
comprehending and understanding evil, because we are so often led to believe that everything is good.
Mhm.
Everything is good, or everything is for good, or
Mhm.
or it's all good, which is a common
Mhm.
phrase that people use. Um, but it's not all good, and we need to think more about what it is that we're doing and how we are how we are processing information in our mind. And let me give you a little bit of an abstract example of this. Let me give you just a little example. I was scrolling earlier. I post a lot of information and things during the week, and sometimes I look back at it and I think, yeah, that makes sense. Give me one moment here. Actually, I found this when I was looking for pictures to send to you, I found this quote, and it makes a lot of sense in this context. Hold on. Let me. Okay, so this is a quote from John Adams. Now, John Adams was one of the founding fathers of the United States. He was one of the writers of the Declaration of Independence. One of the forgotten men, because we all know who is popular and famous now, but there were great people in history that we need to know about as well. Very simple, but very true. Listen to this. Our Constitution was made only for moral and religious people.
Yes, I understand.
It is not adequate. It is not good for government by any other way, any other means, any other people. It will not function and it will not work. That the fundamental principle of the Constitution of the United States only works if people are moral and if people are religious. Now, you can argue that morality leads you to religion and religion leads you to morality, so there's a connection there. But you need that base. I love this. I love the Slovak word základ, right? You need, yeah. You need that base of everything. Now, if you don't have it, then you say yes to everything. Because having morality means that you say no. Thank you, but no. And once again, the Slovaks have a great phrase for that. Ďakujem, ale neprosím. Yeah. And so there's not that. There's no resistance, right? How do you sharpen a knife? How do you make a knife sharp? You need some special rough stone surface that you can sharpen the knife on. To stay sharp and have a clean cut, you need some resistance. It's crazy, but to create no resistance, you need some resistance. And so when we have no resistance, when we have nobody saying stop, no, that's wrong, or saying for them that is fine. For me, I'm sorry, I have to say no for whatever moral or actual, factual, fact or practical reason, or for religious reason. For example, my religion does not allow me to do whatever it is. Yeah, because it's a personal belief. And schools of thought, schools of the world should be open to different beliefs, different ideas. where if somebody says, let's take the example of if Muslims come to your school, they want to wear the girls want to wear their Muslim clothes in the school. It's their way, it's their culture, and I think that's fine because it's what's normal for them. And I don't think there's anything wrong with choice. Choose. It's if you want to wear it, wear it. If you don't want to wear it, don't wear it. I mean, are we? We're civilized, right? I mean, we understand that the clothes you wear, it's not really who you are, right? Yes, I wear clothes that I like and clothes that are comfortable and clothes that maybe have a message. I understand that. But we all understand that maybe I don't like what you're wearing. Maybe you're wearing a Liverpool football shirt and I don't like Liverpool. But here's the point. If you are walking along the harbor down by the boats and you fall into the water and you have problems or you can't swim, the Liverpool shirt doesn't mean anything, right? It doesn't mean anything because maybe I don't like your Liverpool shirt, but I'm going to dive in after you and get you out of the water because we see beyond or beneath the clothes to understand the content of character that a person has, or the ideas or the mind that a person has. So it looks nice when everybody looks nice and the same, but that's not who we are. That's for me personally, that's a little bit too militaristic, but it's too much like the military. But I'm open to choices, and I would never tell anybody not to do something like that. So yeah, people need to. So the point is, people need to push back. You say yes to everything, and once again, everything is nothing. Got to have your borders. Got to have your boundaries. Got to have. Got to have your limitation. Because it won't. It stops. It stops when you decide. Not when somebody else decides for you.
Yes.
Yeah. There's great beauty in making your own decisions about things. The ability to make your own decisions about things is just it's wow, I get to choose, I get to decide. It's part of being an adult.